everybody, welcome back. It's your favorite kitchen witch, Annette, and today we are going to make the ultimate comfort food classic, shepherd's pie. So hang out with me in the kitchen. I'm going to show you how to make this. It's takes a little bit to put it together, but it is so worth it. Okay, so I'm preheating my oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and I cut up about a pound and a half of potatoes. It ended up being about six small to medium-sized potatoes, and you want to boil those in salted water. While those are cooking, we want to chop up a cup of onion and then preheat a really big skillet with 2 tablespoons of avocado or olive oil. Okay, so I've added a cup of chopped onion to 2 tablespoons of hot avocado oil. We're going to saute these for about 2 minutes. Okay, next I'm adding a pound of extra lean ground beef. You could also use ground turkey or lamb. If you're using turkey or lamb, you'll be using chicken stock instead of beef stock. I'm choosing to use 96% extra lean ground beef, and we're going to break this up with our wooden spoon. No, you don't want to break up with your wooden spoon. It's your bestest buddy, but we're going to break up the meat with the wooden spoon. And then we're going to cook this over medium-high heat for 6 to 8 minutes. Okay, so I've added my spices. You will need a, let's see here, 2 teaspoons of dried parsley, 1 teaspoon of dried rosemary, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, 1 teaspoon of sea salt, half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. I also added a teaspoon of Trader Joe's 21 seasoning salute, and we're going to stir this into our meat and onions and let this cook a couple more minutes. Okay, next we're going to add 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce and 2 teaspoons of fresh minced garlic or 2 cloves of chopped garlic. We're going to stir that in and cook it for another minute. Next, you add 2 tablespoons of flour and 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. You want to stir this really good and mix it until there's no chunks of tomato paste that are visible. Okay, now we're going to add a cup of beef stock. This is unsalted, and by the way, I did use a low sodium Worcestershire sauce. And then you're going to add a cup and a half of thawed mixed veggies, and then we're going to stir this really good. Bring everything to a boil, and then you want to lower the heat to a simmer, and you want to simmer all of this for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, go ahead and turn your heat off. Take the whole pot off the heat and set this aside, because we're going to check on our potatoes that are bubbling away over here to see if they're done. Okay, our meat is done. The potatoes are fork tender, so I'm going to be taking these off the heat. I've got half a stick of butter with 1/3 a cup of either, you can use half and half, or I choose to use a little half and half and then skim milk. So about 1/3 a cup of that and melt it together. So we're going to take our meat and put it in the bottom of this casserole dish and set it aside while we mash up our potatoes with, again, half a stick of butter and about 1/3 a cup of skim milk, regular milk, half and half. You get the picture. After you've drained your potatoes, put them back over your hot burner, because it's going to help release whatever water is left in the potatoes, and this will help them be fluffy and not sticky or gooey. Okay, you can hear that extra water boiling off. Okay, I'm going to add my hot milk and melted butter to this. And then you're also going to add half a teaspoon of granulated garlic and half a teaspoon of sea salt and about a half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. I'm also going to throw in about a teaspoon or two of fresh chopped parsley. All right, our spices are in the potatoes. I'm going to give this a really good mashing. I'm definitely going to be getting my workout in. Look at these sexy spuds, you guys. So we're going to take these beautiful, snowy white, whipped lumps of deliciousness and put them on top of our meat mixture. Okay, so make sure when you spread out your potatoes that you go all the way to the edges of your casserole dish in case there's anything that bubbles over. Now, we could just stop here and throw this bad boy in the oven, but you know what? I always have to be extra, so I'm going to add some yummy, crunchy potato topping. You can find this in the produce department of most grocery stores, hanging above the lettuce or something, but this stuff is the bomb. So we're going to sprinkle a nice amount of this on top of our mashed potatoes before we throw it in the oven. Be still, my beating heart. Look at this. Oh my God. I haven't even put it in the oven yet. It's like I could eat this right now, but no, I have to have some self-restraint. This is going to go in a 400-degree oven for about 25 to 30 minutes until the potatoes are golden brown on top. Okay, our shepherd's pie is done. You can see it's a little bit golden brown around the edges. The potatoes have puffed up a little bit. And we're going to let this stand for about 15 minutes before serving it because it's going to be really, really hot otherwise. But try this recipe, let me know what you think, and enjoy.